Good morning. Welcome to Presence of Light with charlierivermanbergeron. Yes, it's Friday morning again here in the United States, and here in Maine, it's a cloudy morning. We're expecting a snowstorm. So I got to see the last moments of the sun as we were turning into it to embrace the day. I see somebody's arriving. Carrie, hello. Anita, thank you. Kim, so I'm being seen and hopefully I'm being heard. I believe on my test this morning, it was showing up that there was a little ripple. This is my new computer, so I'm still a novice at this, and it's been quite a challenge this week for me, and I'm sure that each of you are challenged in some way with some of this technology. The younger people in the world, not so much. Bless their beautiful little hearts. So good morning, good morning, good morning. Thank you. It's so nice to see you each Friday morning as I come to share with you things that I've been thinking about during the week, or things that have been occurring for me, knowing that I'm not alone in this world, that each of us are experiencing the same things I experience. And I share with you that what you're experiencing, you're not doing that alone either, that there are thousands, if not millions of people experiencing the same thing you are at the same time. And I keep focusing on this because it's important to understand in this world that's rapidly changing that we are not alone. That loneliness and that sense of aloneness is what brings us to a place of making radical and poor choices in our lives. So as I come on this show in the morning, as I say, I have no clue what I'm going to talk about. I allow Spirit to guide me, to present me with the information that needs to be heard. So last night, thank you, Bart. I can see Bart, thank you. I've been being heard. Good morning. I can see you in the sidelines. This is awesome. Margaret, Joanne, Melinda. Thank you all for showing up. So today's topic is trust in our seeking. And I just want to begin with what popped up first in the field for me. And it's up at the top of the heading of the beginning of our page here. And it's, I am a seeker of wisdom and truth, beyond all that is seen. I rely on Source to guide me with love and wisdom. I know I can trust this divine wisdom, so I open my heart and reach out to become one with God, Spirit, and the universe. As I read a similar passage, similar words, from a card I pulled, and then reinterpreted them as to my own expression, I realized that this is what we all are. We're all seekers of wisdom, and we're all seekers of truth. And when we look out in the world today, in this world of ours, we're seeing less and less truth. It's being portrayed as truth, but my mind keeps running this. I'm highly skeptical of all of this, because most of what we're claiming to be the truth out there has an agenda, and it has agenda not in alignment with my heart. It has an alignment with my daily mind, but it's not, most of that what they call truth is not resonating in my heart. And so as I experience this, I realize that you are as well. And this is what today's talk is about. Trust in our seeking is about. It's about trusting the process that we're going through in seeking truth, in seeking our own, who we are in truth, what we are in truth, not so much relying on everybody else's story about how we are or anybody else's reflection of who we are, but coming and seeking that deeper inner presence that can't be defiled. I say that again. It cannot be defiled. It can be masked. It can be painted over. It can be hidden. It can be buried. All kinds of things to keep it from being seen and heard and keep it from acting in its full capacity. All of those things can happen. But we are the ones who have to tap back into that, find that energy field within us, and start to operate from that. So in my laptop, I was scrolling through Facebook, and it was a message, a beautiful picture of a boat going through sort of a cave in the water out into the open sea, which catches my attention because I'm a water being and water protector and caretaker. And the message was, we forget that waking up each day is the first thing we should be grateful for. And it just brought me home to say, I tell people all the time, what is the first thing I do in the morning is I open my eyes and I say, I'm here. I'm still here. Thank you. I don't know what my day is going to be, but I'm here. I'm here. I'm awake. I'm aware. And, whether I'm in pain or whether I'm exhausted or whatever those feelings are, I'm still here. And that's a respect for me, because I know there's a point where we cannot be here. We cannot be present to this world and this life. These are the things that are important, is gratitude. And how do we express that gratitude in our daily life? So I noticed just before I came on, I said, I was thinking about it, and I said, the days that I don't do that, the days that I just jump out of bed because my schedule is off the charts and my mind is scattered, I'm not grounded, and I just jump out of bed and go about my day, I find that those days are the ones that I struggle the most, and that the world around me has more of an opportunity to upset me. And I've noticed this process over the past 4 or 5 weeks, because it's been a very busy beginning of 2019 for me, which I have chosen for it to be busy, in spite of what everybody else tells me I should do. I'm listening to who I am. And so now I'm coming to this place where I'm going to settle back and relax. But the message was, the days that I don't wake up with a grateful heart are the ones that are the most testing. And I thought about that, and I said, wow, isn't that, that's not just coincidence. That's life in my face telling me, slow down, take it easy, Charlie. Start with grateful heart, then take a look at everything that's on your plate. So this is my message to each of you this week. Last night I posted on my Facebook page, and I'm going to call it up here and move it over. is a message to, it was 8 things to remember when going through tough times. And I had copied this maybe a week ago, or I don't know when I copied it. It leaves on my desktop and I read them. And last night I decided as the last thing to post, this would be it. So here it is. 8 things to remember when going through tough times. 1, everything can and will change. 2, you've overcome challenges before. 3, it's a learning experience. 4, not getting what you want can be a blessing. 5, allow yourself to have some fun. Being kind to yourself is the best medicine. 7, or maybe that was 6. That's okay, doesn't matter. 7, other people's negativity isn't worth worrying about. 8, and there is always, always, always something to be thankful for. So isn't it amazing how the synchronicity of last night and being thankful, and the waking up this morning, and again, a message of gratitude, and the message of to trust in our seeking. How many of you give up? Give up and say, I've had enough. I don't want to, I'm done with this. We all reach that point. We all reach that point because at some level, we've lost trust in ourselves. We no longer trust ourselves to be able to make the right decisions, or we don't trust ourselves to step forward when some interference comes in front of us, and we say, oh, and our guidance is telling us, move through it, and we don't. This is who we are. We're humans. And there's nothing to be ashamed of about that. Know that when the time is right, and when you are ready, you will move through every obstacle that's before you. And you'll begin to let go. Let go. Yeah, that word, let go of all these memories and all of these traumas that we've been through in our lifetime. And we'll be able to let go and let go of some of our epigenetic trauma and energies that we don't even know how or why they came, but they came through our genetics, from our family history, from our ancestors. And they are now playing out within us, totally unaware of it. Our mind is totally unaware of that. And yet they're feeding some of the patterns that we are now dancing. We're dancing. And it brings me to this next beautiful card that I pulled this morning. And as many of you know, I love the Kuan Yin deck of cards, oracle card, the Nectar of the Lotus. And what was interesting was when I opened the book to read the message, I went to a completely different page. And I thought I was reading that. And it was like, when I realized that I had done that, I said, here is trust. Here's exactly what I'm talking about. Trust my seeking. My seeking led me to the right page. And it led me to the right page because this is what I want to read to you. It was Blossoms of the Sky Dancer. I don't know what the card number is, but here is what the Kuan Yin Oracle says to us this morning, is that, one page, okay, get that out of there. So Kuan Yin dances creative energy. and light across the sky, causing blossoms to descend. In the same way, when we tap into our spiritual power of creation, we cause our life and all of life around us to bloom. Beautiful. Creation is a natural spiritual power within you, beloved. Force can slow down the process. It is time to stop striving and to allow your manifestations to occur. Trust. Let go. Allow your creation to flow. Spirit, trusting my own seeking brought me to that, and that has brought it to you. And this is what I'm talking about, is for many of us, we sort of obsess about how we're doing things and why we're doing things and who's got the right way to do it and what's the right process, what's the, who's my next teacher, and are they right, are they wrong, or I don't want to hear that. And we go through this mind chatter. All of that does is disturb our sense of gratitude. When we're in that mind, how can we be grateful? Grateful isn't in that confusion. There is no grateful in that. That's all processing. That's all thinking. That's all manipulation. That's all calculation. I said to somebody this morning, I don't want to read about this process that I'm about to go through. I want to experience it. And I said that because when you, all of us, really think it's wonderful to be intellectual, but where's our heart in that? And then we look around and say, why am I feeling lonely? Why am I read all these things. Why am I not feeling that? Because you have this great big container on the top of your shoulders that just consumes everything, devours information. It devours all of this energy. Is that who you are? Are you this head? Are you this brain? Are you something more? I'm here to tell you, you're this beautiful, open heart. And all of this has an effect to shut this down. And when we shut that down, we become less than anything we could ever be. And we turn ourselves away from the process of evolution that we're going through. Michelle says, I was created to create. Laugh out loud. This is unfolding in front of my very eyes. And I think most of you who listen to me and tune in here can see this unfolding before your very eyes. And all I am is a reporter, basically, because it's happening to me as well. I'm the messenger. That's all. The message from me, which keeps coming out of my mouth to people, and I find it uncanny because I'm not trying to spread this message consciously, was one that my guides gave to me for this beginning of 2019. And I don't know how long it's going to run for, but here it is. I'm going to, if I can do this, write it in the sidelines. Do what you can with what you have, where you are. let's do what you can with what you have. And I'm a lousy typist, so bear with me. Okay. Do what you can with what you have, where you are. And yeah, there you go. Okay. There it is. Do what you can with what you have, where you are. Thank you for your patience on that. This is all new for me, this interactive stuff, because I feel that I want you to feel like we're doing this together instead of my just talking to you as some elder or teacher. Because while I am that on many levels, I just walk the same path with all of you and invite you to join with me on Friday mornings for this walk. The wisdom that comes through is coming through to me at the same time and moment that it's coming through to you. So the story of Kuan Yin, the Divine Mother is speaking to us. And the Divine Mother is speaking to us louder and louder as we step into 2019. Because she is passionately wanting us to listen. And the more we don't listen, the louder she's going to become, to the point where we're not going to be able to avoid the divine feminine, the mother energy that is calling her children home, back home, into her heart space. And when we can do that, come back into our hearts and enter that beautiful chamber of love and light and peace that she offers us in an instant, things will change. And we'll look back and we'll say, wow, why did we have to go through that? And we'll learn that was because we didn't trust. Our trust has been broken by the outside world for so many thousands of years. Why would we trust, is the question. I wrote some notes here. Trust implies acceptance of goodness and absence of fear. We live in a world which is projecting fear at a rate that is unheard of in the history of humanity. And the fact is, that fear doesn't just reach one local tribe, and one local tribe goes into fear. The whole world is pushed into fear. What we're experiencing here in America is just a drop in the bucket to what people around the world have been experiencing for hundreds of years. This is a big shock to us Americans that all of this chaos and stuff is going on, that we have a government that's shut down. We have leaders that don't seem to be able to talk to each other except at a third grade level. It's like, and then we have people who are praising them as if they're saints from heaven. Well, this is the way the world has gone. So it's now landed on the shores of the United States, and we're moving through it. But I do believe that all of us around the world, if we come back into our heart space and start to observe that as something outside of us and not bringing it into our hearts, we will benefit by changing the whole order that's outside of us. So the Divine Mother says this. The Divine Mother wishes that those who are meant to feed others will be well fed too. Your devotion to helping others has the effect of squeezing the cosmic heart chakra of the Divine Mother. From her heart drips nectar, sweet, sustaining, life-affirming energy that feeds you and allows you to nourish many souls, like a sacred chalice that overflows when you are full, well, and vital. The feeding of others happens effortlessly. You are guided to be fed now, fed with the divine nectar from the heart of the Mother. Yeah, this is what the Divine Mother's offering all of us. Come, be fed, drink from my cup. Come into the heart, my heart, your heart. The way to my heart, the divine heart, is through your own heart. Come and seek that chalice, that holy grail within you. And begin to trust your seeking. Know that you're not seeking something that's not possible. You're seeking the truth of who you are and what your purpose is in this world. So a few minutes left here. The last thing I had written in a note was, trust can become damaged through betrayal. As I said, this is why we don't trust. However, it leads us to faith in which the soul level of our existence is activated. That's what we're here to do. Activate our soul level. And as I've said repeatedly over time, my guides gave me the acronym for, or the words for soul were source of unconditional love. And what I find in my own path, and I know you do as well, is that when we offer love to others, there are only two things that can happen. A, it's rejected, or B, it's welcomed and it transforms not only that person, but you as well. And I share this because I have reached out to a family member that I haven't spoken to in years. Probably will not get an answer. But I have faith enough to believe that when that person is ready, they will answer. And I also have faith that if they don't answer, it's all as well. Because I know that I have reached out. I have opened my heart. And even though it may be refused, and our love is refused, the most important part is that I offered. And so that's my message for you in closing, is it doesn't matter what has happened in the past. It does on some level, so. But what matters is where we are right now. Are we feeling grateful for life? And how are we going to share that gratitude with others? What was the message today? Trust in our seeking. I want you all to trust. Trust in yourself. Trust that what you are seeking, not only you will find it, but if we come in a place of stillness and openness, it will find us, because it is seeking us. Even more so than we are seeking it, because it has no distractions. We're the ones with all the distractions, computers, books, work, all of this stuff. We have just lived in a world of distractions for too long. And, you know, it's beautiful when I can hug somebody and just for the sake of hugging them, no intentions other than just to express love, and they receive it. So my message also to you is be a receiver, not just a giver. Learn to receive. You are worth every moment of the love you receive. You are worthy of all the hugs you receive. You are worthy of all the encouragement you receive. And as I say this to you, I'm saying it to myself. I want to thank you all for showing up, for listening over the past year to my talks, my messages, our messages, because I know that the world doesn't have to change all at once, but each one of us seeking to find a better way of communicating with each other, sharing with each other, and being open with each other is the key. It's the key to the future. Oh, let's see, what are we gonna thank you? Okay, thank you. Oh, you're all entirely welcome. It's amazing to be here and share this with you. And I, thank Humanity Healing again, and I can't thank them enough for this. It's a pleasure to be with you. Enjoy your week. Know that you're not alone, that there's millions of us now who are on this journey together. We're holding each other's hands, we're holding each other's hearts, and we're really changing the world, although it doesn't appear so outside of us. It's our job to not let what we are being shown as the truth be the truth, because it's not. I love you. I thank you. I respect you. I am you. Thank you all for showing up. Blessings for the week, and I'll see you on the social media network somewhere. I'm out there, meant to be seen. Love you all. Blessings. And I'm going to see it. There we go. End live video. Bye-bye.